Okay, so now we need, let's see what these are. If these are just bars, we don't, oh, okay, well they do have a little fade, so let's go ahead and slice them into their own image. This is not the right way to do it. This is why I do broad spectrum, so I'm not zoomed in so close and it takes a minute to do this. Actually, I'm just going to zoom out now that I'm already practically done. Just getting in nice and tight right there. Okay, so that right there is it as far as slicing goes. Well, actually, I take that back. Let's I skipped over this because I didn't want to mess too much with the layers. So we need to get this image right here. And so in order to do that, I want to get rid of this. This needs to overlay it. So a quick tip is, in order to find a layer, select your, what's this thing called? Mover tool, move tool, shortcut V. Just hit V on the keyboard, hold Control, and click on the layer, and it'll take you to the folder that it's in. So let's go ahead down here, and bedroom picture is going to be it. There's a exclusive rooms text box right here, top right overlay. Alright, perfect. So let's slice this from the same starting point down to the bottom left. Zoom in, make sure we're nice and tight right on that border. Looks good. Come over here, make sure we did the same. Yep, looks good. Okay, so now the next part of the process is to make sure you name the files of the images while you're in Photoshop. This is so when you view your files in the images folder and you see a bunch of little like background slices and really thin 1 pixel slices, it's not confusing as to what they are when they're just named whatever Photoshop generates. So you want to come up here and select your slice select tool. We're going to right click, edit slice options. We'll name this one real quick, just logo. This one right here we can rename as feature left. Edit slice, feature right. Come down here, select okay, we'll do this avatar. Right here we'll do, you know, search kitchen. I think that was the kitchen, I can't see it. Yep, okay. And you know, sometimes it is good to prefix your names with relative names so that way you know what to do. What is this? This is a bathroom. This will be search living room. And the reason I'm naming them search or prefixing them with search is because of this text right here. It says still not finding what you're searching for. So it's just kind of a search feature to help people navigate through the website. So I want to make sure I put that they're search images. Here's one slice I seem to have missed right here, the sign up. Let's go ahead and click on this. Look for that sign up button. Here it is. Okay, let's get rid of the text. We'll leave that up to CSS, like I said. Okay, let's go ahead and slice that down to exactly what we need. Zoom in nice and tight. You want to make sure to get the border in on this one though, because there are rounded corners, and you know it's possible to do this effect with CSS3. However, sometimes it's just easier to do it this way. you know, if somebody's going to change the style of the design, they're going to change the style of the design anyways. So you might as well reduce the code and just bite the bullet on the extra little bit of file size. Okay, so let's right click this, and this will be sign up button. And we'll go down here, we'll name this the newsletter icon. And that's what it is, you know. So, you know, you want to use descriptive naming. Now this is the important stuff. Little things like this are really important to get named while in Photoshop, so that way you know exactly what you're naming. So we're going to put this as the newsletter background, and that'll be just fine. So we're going to go over here to our last slice. We're going to select it. Well, I guess we need to be in the slice select tool. Zoom in real quick. Right click, edit slice options. And we'll do this footer separator. Okay, so actual pixels. Let's take a look over everything. Don't see any other images that I should be tagging. So we're going to go up here and we're going to go to File, Save As. Okay, so let's create a new file and we'll name it IT for interior tech. We're going to come in here and, oh no, excuse me, we're going to go to File, Save for Web and Devices. That's, I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so it's going to pull up this dialog box where it's going to ask you to save different images as different files. Now, by default, all of my images are saved as PNG, but you want to go through and you want to select the images, and you know, you can select which ones go to JPEG, and you know, we'll change all the basic ones to JPEG real quick. Anything that's like an image should be saved as JPEG. Any other kind of graphic you can save as a PNG or a GIF. That can be a PNG, that can be a PNG. Let's change this one to a JPEG. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Now we'll go to the IT file on our desktop. You know, yours might be wherever you want to save it at. And okay, go ahead and let it save. Now we'll go ahead and open up, navigate to it, and check out what it did with the images. I'm going to go ahead and go to my desktop, click on IT, and images. Now, there we go. We got our avatar, our feature left, feature right, footer separator. Now these are all the other slices that we didn't rename. Photoshop does a good job of saving every little slice, and these aren't needed. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of them. They're always prefixed with the name of the PSD file that you have. So since they're not needed, we'll just go ahead and delete those. How's one? Good. And the next thing you want to make sure you do is with the logo, since it has a flat background, you want to make sure it's transparent. So we're going to go back into Photoshop and kill the background. Resave for web and devices. This time coming through, it'll ask us to replace all the images we just saved, but you don't obviously want to do that. Save it in the same location, but you want to unselect all the other images. That way it only saves the logo. So now back into the images folder, we have all the unneeded images again. Let's go ahead and delete those. And one more step is we need to get that exclusive button back, and we just need to find out where that was again. This is right up here, exclusive, top right bottom, and we'll hide this image, and we want to hide that background image. We're going to come in with our slice tool, and we'll bump it up, put it right around there. Now there was a drop shadow, and in order to really get the full the full drop shadow. Let's use the background to our advantage as we go ahead and slice this. We can use, now the reason you see me dropping down is because I'm using my LCD as, you know, to see if there are any other shades of gray that I might be missing. So, you know, if I'm weaving and wobbling around, that's why. It's just so I can see if there's any other images. Yeah, see right there. From right here it looks good, but from right here I can tell that there's a whole nother row of pixels that I need to capture. Come up right on top, get it nice and tight right in there, and that looks good. Okay, let's zoom out, kill the background once more. Grab your slice tool, edit slice options, exclusive, room, rooms. Okay, so we're going to save that image specifically. So again, it'll ask us to replace all the images, and we don't want to replace any of them, especially because we just created a new image. So none of them should get overwrote. And then one last time, we'll go into the images folder that we saved. Now you can see feature right got split into a few different ones while we were slicing that. It's okay, you know, you just delete those. Make sure not to delete anything between there. And then we'll go ahead, and because you definitely want to keep the footer separator. We'll go down here to interior tag. There's no other images that we need in that. It's always good to double check. Worst thing that happens is you just got to go back in and resave the images. Okay, so there we go. We are now ready to code this layout. We have all the images that we're going to need, and you know, with this basic set, we can get ready to go on to the next step. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.